Hi student artists, we have an exciting new art project for you this week. You will notice that we are now presenting your art project in a new way. Each week we will be creating a presentation for you. In these presentations, you'll learn about art media, the tools artists use to create their artwork, artists, the elements and principles of design, and more. For your art project, you will be expressing your ideas and/or feelings that connect to the project. You will stretch and explore your artist's mind by playing with materials that you will find around your home or outside to create your artwork. We are presenting these lessons to many grade levels. Therefore, some of what you are learning might be new, some of it might be review. But we are asking that you all have fun creating in the best way that you can. Throughout the presentation, you will hear all of us reading to you. Can you guess what part your teacher is reading? Let's get started. Celebrating nature through art. April 22nd, 2020 is the 50-year anniversary of the first Art Day celebration. Earth Day was created to help people and our government become more aware of caring for the environment. More than 20 million people across the United States participated in the first Earth Day festivities. After 20 years, more than 200 million people around the world celebrated our beautiful planet. How many people do you think will celebrate Earth Day at 50 years? Let's celebrate this year by creating Earth art.
Nature artists have been creating art from the earth for many years. These artists are called environmental artists. They use objects that they find in nature to create their beautiful artwork. Many times, we may only see their art in pictures and even videos because earth art only stays for a while. One of the most famous nature artists is a man named Andy Goldsworthy. Here are some of his beautiful art. Andy often did not plan his art. He would walk around and get his ideas from found objects that he saw along the way. To create his nature art, Andy mostly used his hands and sometimes even his teeth. Good thing Andy was a great photographer, or we may never have seen some of his wonderful creations. Andy always used design elements and principles in his nature art. In fact, line, shape, pattern, balance, and movement were some of his favorites. See if you can guess which ones he used in this video.
I've shook hands with the place. I've begun. I wish I'd reached this point about an hour ago, before the sun had risen. What is extraordinary that I didn't expect, but I could only have dreamt of happening, is that the sun coming from there shines completely on both sides of the rock. So all the icicle is illuminated against that cliff, and I never had any idea that would happen. So the potential here is fantastic.
When I make a work, I often take it to the very edge of its collapse. And that's a very beautiful balance. Oops.
One of the most famous works of nature art was created by an artist named Robert Smithson. It is called the Spiral Jetty. It is 15 feet wide, 1,500 feet long, and was built in the Great Salt Lake in Utah. This nature artwork is still visible today, 50 years after he created it. People love to go out and walk on this spiral as it imitates the water around it. Robert used a spiral form as a way of showing line and movement, two of our art design elements and principles that we can see in the water even as we enjoy his spiral jetty. Now that we know many artists create nature art, let's try our own to help us celebrate Earth Day and the beauty of the objects we find in nature. Take a look at some of the nature art made by student artists just like you. You could choose to use words in your artwork. You could choose to create a picture. You could choose to encourage your neighbors and your family with love. Choose items, though, that are okay with your mom and dad for you to use. But enjoy and thank you for sharing your art.
You could make a self-portrait. What nature objects can you see in these portraits? I see all kinds of things. Go outside, look around, and think. What could you use for your hair? Could you use grass or twigs? Or could you put little pebbles in lines to make hair? What could you use for your eyes? Flowers, leaves, big rocks? What do you think? You could even pile up a little bunch of dirt. Get creative. You could create a mandala. Who remembers how to create radial balance? These show radial balance. They're circle designs, and there's a shape in the middle. There are lines and shapes and various objects repeating out from the center. Think of a sun design with rays coming out from the center of a circle sun. That's an example of a radial design. Can you make your own? What nature objects do you recognize here?
These student artists have created worms and caterpillars from nature objects. Can you tell what they used for their antennas? You can make your own spiral or even a flower. Or you could even tell a story with your artwork. Your nature art is only limited to your imagination. Happy Earth Day! Have fun and don't forget to take a picture of your nature art and post it to your art class in Seesaw.